71 years. I was here 71 years, May the 19th this year. Experience is the best teacher in anything you go at. The main thing about caddying, you got to make the man think you know if you don't know.
As sure as you'll see pine trees when you arrive at Pinehurst, this fabled resort in the Carolina Sandhills, you'll see longtime caddy Willie McRae.
He's dependable. You'll see him here every morning. 7 o'clock, he'll be right down in the caddy room.
You mean we got one the first hand too?
Yeah.
Oh, you through. Crank up the bus. Be no more fuss here. You got to go, baby.
Oh, they love him. They just sit down there and just laugh and pick and joke with him.
We got some turkeys here before Thanksgiving.
Let him know. Because the way he sees it, if he's not picking at you or talking about wanting to jump on you, then he really doesn't like you then.
Ever since he was 6 years old selling chocolate bars at the turn, Willie's been working at Pinehurst. He began caddying at 10, 25 cents a bag in 1943. FDR was president. Willie was the second McRae to carry at Pinehurst after his father Thaddeus.
Well, my daddy was a caddy, and back in the day, they needed 500 caddies. And so they went to the school and got the boy that wanted a caddy, and I started caddying and been doing it ever since.
Willie toted the bag for Pinehurst architect Donald Ross, the great Bobby Jones, and he worked the 1951 Ryder Cup. Legendary athletes like Michael Jordan and Peyton Manning, they requested Willie. He's even worked for 4 presidents.
Ford, Nixon, Roosevelt, and Eisenhower. I liked all 4 of them, to tell you the truth. Golf shot.
He knows how to talk to anybody.
The course record is 62, so you shoot 61, you break the course record.
Different people from different areas, and somehow he can find a way to relate to everybody.
You got to learn how to deal with all kind of people. Just like going to church on Sunday, I had to preach sometime and sing sometime. Good shot. Everybody's somebody, regardless of what they did or didn't do, you know. And that's one way you got to look at it. That's what Benny Hogan said, stay in the short grass.
The good thing about my dad is that he loves people, and when you love people, it makes the job a lot easier being a caddy.
Now 82, Willie's the only caddy allowed to ride a cart, a concession to his age and elevated status here.
Every now and then we'll get to a point where I'm not sure about it, but he'll be sitting way over on the cart and say, oh, let's play that 2 balls right to left. And I'm sitting here like, how do you know that from way over there? I mean, you see what 71 years does for you.
How you doing, Derek?
Hey, old man.
Oh, man.
The McRae family now runs 4 generations deep at Pinehurst. Willie's son, Paul, is an instructor.
You kind of dip down. Make sure you stay tall, though.
Paul ended up being a pro, and everybody that know him comes to me and tells me, so you sure has got a good son. And that makes me feel good, too, you know.
And grandson Derek caddies.
I told Derek, I said, Derek, now, you come in here as a caddy. I said, now, got a lot of reputation here, your uncle and your granddad. I said, now, don't let us down.
For the McRae name to be where it is with Pinehurst, so whenever you think of Pinehurst, you think of the McRaes. It's a great feeling.
Willie's been honored with a place in the Pinehurst Hall of Fame, alongside many of the legends for whom he's caddied.
When I walk down the halls of Pinehurst and I get the chance to see his picture, it kind of gets me goosebumps just thinking about how in the old days they didn't allow African Americans to play here. So now I'm seeing my dad's picture on the wall, pretty special.
It's a privilege. Anytime I get the chance to go out with him, it's always a privilege. It's just amazing he's been here 71 years in one place. Like, that's my granddaddy.
And if you want to be a caddy, you got to love doing it. If you don't, you might well forget it.
Willie's long understood what it takes to be a good caddy, but most importantly, a good father and grandfather.
But we got to care for the kids. A lot of people don't realize what it really means, and you got to let them know that you love them. you got to tell them that every once in a while, and just have fun. And ain't no use in dying till your time comes.